They found 8 total broken bones. So I automatically thought Ron had to have done it. He bounced her on his leg too hard. He clapped her hands too hard. The police came up and interviewed Ron and myself. They were telling him, I know you did this. You're an alcoholic, you have DUIs. They asked me, who do you think did this? And I said, Ron. It was an accident.
Anything hard enough to break her bones is abuse.
When Ron and I got back together last year, I told Alyssa that she was okay at first, but then I was a bad mother. I leave 3 nights a week to see Ron. She'll text me to get home now.
Victoria says to me, she's like, why can't Mom just stay home and watch a movie with us?
I do.
You don't.
Do you think about marrying him?
Someday. I would like to.
I'm gonna throw up. If I were to go to that wedding, I'd just say I object.
It'd be nice if Alyssa could forgive Ron. I understand if she can't forget. I want her to be able to get past the past.
Okay, thank you for being here. Your daughter was abused at a very young age, correct?
Something happened, yes.
Something happened. What do you mean something happened?
Whether it was abuse or an accident, yes, she was hurt. I know they found him guilty for it. He said he didn't do it.
What kind of accidents do 4, 5, 6, 7-week-old babies have?
No, I'm not saying this. She had an accident. I was saying if it was an accident that someone hurt her by accident.
And help me understand that. How does
I had said at the trial how I've seen him be too rough with her. She was only a 4-pound baby.
You don't believe he did anything to her?
No, I did not actually say that.
An accident?
Yeah, like not purposely done. He was patty caking her or whatever and bouncing her on his leg, but if he did do anything, he didn't mean to hurt her.
Well, let's look at what happened to the baby. I want to take a look at the injuries here. Before 9 weeks old, they found a healed rib fracture at the base of the left lung. Then, at 9 weeks old, they found 2 areas of hemorrhage with blood on the brain, okay? They found lacerations inside the mouth. That's upper gums, lower gums, under the tongue, and blood coming from the mouth. Then they found bruises on the right temple, the right elbow, the lower abdomen, and the left cheek. Now, you've got 2 areas of hemorrhage with blood on the brain, so this sounds very much like shaken baby, like someone has shaken this baby here.
Or that couldn't happen by bouncing hard on the knee, too hard?
No. You've got lacerations inside the mouth.
Yes.
That doesn't happen from playing patty cake. It doesn't happen from bouncing on a knee. This suggests that the baby has been shaken or tossed. That happens by somebody being very impatient and shoving a bottle inside a baby's mouth to the point that it cuts their gums and their lips, to the point that they bleed. Right?
It would have to.
At 10 weeks old, there's a right femur that's broken. Mm-hmm. Now there's a broken leg.
I know, I took her to the hospital.
Okay, at 12 weeks old, the right thigh is red and swollen. Cause, there's an old fracture that's healing, and there are calcium deposits that are starting to show up. Mm-hmm. This child was battered across time. They asked you about this at trial, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you said at trial. You said, well, he got mad when Victoria cried. You said he's alcoholic. We fought a lot. Not physical, but yelling. You said he struck things when he was mad, like the wall and the door. He punched the guitar. He treated Victoria roughly. Once bounced her on his knee too hard. He grabbed Victoria's head. The ring left a bruise on her forehead. Mm-hmm. He yelled to the point that you didn't leave him with Victoria, right?
I wasn't really alone with her. Yeah.
They asked you if you thought he did it. You said, yes, Ron's guilty. and that he told you that he saw a ghost that told him to hurt the baby?
Yes.
So that was his explanation for hurting the baby, is a ghost told him to.
No, he didn't hurt the baby. He told me one night he's seen a ghost and it was telling him to hurt the baby or something, from what I recall.
And then the baby winds up hurt.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the truth?
Yeah, I would love to know the truth, but it's been so long. I just don't think we'll ever know exactly what happened.
Does it sound like an accident when you look in detail at what happened?
Not the way you describe it.
We're going to take a break. Ron claims Alyssa is waging a war against him because she wants to break up his relationship with Carla. He insists he is innocent. And he says Alyssa needs to stop turning his daughter Victoria against him. Well, we're going to talk to him after the break.
Alyssa, she's sneaky, she's controlling, and she's nasty and mean. Alyssa has told my daughter that I broke her arm, I broke a rib. I never did anything to Victoria.
If you ever found out that Marcel cheated on you, would you leave him?
I think that was too far.
If you thought part one was shocking,
it became a thing, a really big thing.
I get ganged up on.
Love and Marriage Huntsville is back.
As if Melody ever held accountability for anything ever.
With more.
They're both wrong.
Reunion.
Don't play with me, girl.
Drama.
You call me all the time about other issues, do you not?
Love and Marriage Huntsville. New Reunion Part 2. Saturday at 8/7 Central. Coming January 21st.
The Samuels are looking to the D word, divorce, separate, something like that.
Did they say divorce or separate? What? We just had a whole show prep with our producer, and no one told me we were going to bring us up live on the air today.
She says that her and her husband are trying to fix their marriage of denying any divorce rumors.
All marriages go through stuff. Does that mean we're separated or getting divorced? Absolutely not.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes. Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
To Beth for telling us about Peptiva Nighttime Probiotics.
To Beth!
Welcome, ladies. You know, the best thing about Peptiva is that I can digest food like a kid again.
No, the best thing is that I get to sleep like a kid again.
Digestion.
Ladies!
With Peptiva, you get both.
Peptiva is the first doctor-formulated probiotic that works at night with key ingredients backed by 7 clinical studies. And right now, you can get a complimentary sample by texting BANK to 321321. Peptiva works while you sleep to soothe indigestion, cramping, bloating, even constipation, while promoting digestive health. And it has time-released melatonin to help you get the best sleep of your life.
Okay, girls, what do we have next week?
Tacos.
Wings. Chili.
Peptiva is flying off the shelves at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary sample by texting BANK to 321321. Text now, and we'll include a box of Peptiva digestive enzymes to help your body digest meals and avoid occasional gas and discomfort absolutely free. That's BANK to 321321.
He fooled everybody.
Please don't let him have hurt somebody.
What did you do first?
My mother.
Why?
Because I wanted her here.
Evil Lives Here, all new season, Sunday, January 22nd at 9, followed by Signs of a Psychopath, all new season on ID.
I can't believe we're cleaning LeBron's house.
How about we throw a party here?
Are you mad at the team?
We done messed up the koala.
You good?
What just happened?
House party, rated R.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
It's so embarrassing.
Okay, sweetheart.
Next.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse. I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
Love can prepare you for that.
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
You need to get over here now. They just shot me.
What I love about Ron the most is he makes me laugh. We have so much fun together. Ron and I are like best friends. Ron still gives me butterflies. I love Ron, so it's easy for me to get over and forgive for what happened, especially because I know that he didn't do anything purposely to hurt her. I can't help that I love him. I do want to be with Ron forever.
Now, Ron claims he never hurt Victoria and says Alyssa needs to stop spreading lies. He's maintained his innocence from day one. Take a look.
Alyssa, she's sneaky, she's controlling, and she's nasty and mean.
I cannot stand Ron. I won't subject myself to being around him ever again.
Alyssa definitely doesn't want me dating her mom. Carla is the love of my life, and I've never loved anybody like Carla before. Alyssa is definitely trying to destroy mine and my daughter, Victoria's relationship. Alyssa has told Victoria that I broke her arm, I broke a rib. I never did anything to Victoria.
I said, no, Victoria, you broke your legs, you broke your arms, your ribs were broken, you had hemorrhaging in your brain.
I'm not sure exactly what happened to her. We took her to doctors like all the time, and then they ended up pinning this on me. I was offered 2 to 4 years for a plea agreement, and I told him I'm not taking a plea agreement for something I didn't do. They found me guilty within 5 minutes.
I know that he wouldn't have done it on purpose.
I wasn't in contact with Carla until like a year ago. Carla and Victoria started coming over to the house, and we would have pizza like on Fridays. Alyssa is jealous of her mom being with me.
I have no reason to be jealous of Ron.
We've been talking about getting married. Then what? Well, Alyssa, she's never gonna really let me in 100%.
Well, joining us now via Polycom is Ron, and you've been listening to everything so far.
Yes, I have, unfortunately. I've said I was innocent from day one.
There's an affidavit of probable cause that was part of these proceedings. It says, Ron, he stated that he may have done this to Victoria. He was given a chance to take a polygraph examination to prove this story. Ron stated that he did not need to take a polygraph because he was willing to say that he injured Victoria. Ron was informed of the consequences of making such a statement. He stated that he was the one that injured Victoria. When asked if he could promise this would not happen again, he stated that it would not.
I've never even said any of that. The DA and the detective, they came to the hospital, and then they were like saying they knew that I did this, and I told them, you know, I didn't do it. And they said, well, you have DUIs and we know you're a drug addict. And I said, no. And they just kept yelling at me. And I said to them, whatever you say. They kept saying that I did it. They were yelling at me. So finally I said, whatever you say.
Why would you do that if you didn't do it?
Because I was tired of arguing with them.
Were you drinking a lot at the time?
Here and there, yeah, I guess.
Were you an alcoholic at the time?
Yes.
How do you know you didn't get drunk and do something?
Because I'm not like that. And as far as drinking, there's days where I would drink maybe 3, maybe 6, maybe on a weekend or something, 9. You know, if you drink 1, 2 beers a week, you're considered an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, one of the things I look at from a forensic standpoint of piecing these things together when I've been in that situation is when you were arrested, when you went away, the injuries stopped. There were no more injuries to this child.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I know it don't look good for me. I understand that. But, you know, maybe somebody else was hurting her, and then when I had to take the fall for it and they put me away, maybe they stopped.
That's certainly possible.
Any doubt that I may have had that Ron did this to her, just lost every doubt. He lost his temper and he hurt her.
Closed captioning provided by
If you ever found out that Marcel cheated on you, would you leave him?
I think that was too far.
If you thought part 1 was shocking,
It became a thing, a really big thing.
I get ganged up on.
Love and Marriage Huntsville is back
And see if Melody ever held accountability for anything ever.
with more
They're both wrong.
reunion
Don't play with me, girl.
drama.
You call me all the time about other issues, do you not?
Love and Marriage Huntsville, new reunion part 2, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
People gonna talk in D.C.
They're claiming the Samuels are looking to divorce.
Him and his dad are not speaking.
Wait.
Welcome.
We're going to be out on our own little island. It's called peace.
I'm gonna go before I whip your ass.
Sisterhood just went out the window.
I'm back. And own them.
And again.
Love and Marriage DC returns Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
I can't believe we're cleaning LeBron's place. LeBron who?
James! How about we throw the party in the King's house?
Hi.
It's a white man. Oh, man, we going to jail, Kim.
Is LeBron home? I was hoping to show him something.
Yo, man, whoa.
Sign my jurors.
He got a hologram of himself.
Your hairline is perfect. Anyone who says otherwise is just jealous.
Nah.
House Party, rated R. Only in theaters January 13th.
This is your chance. You keep her alive. Save her. You can save her.
You come this far, and you know what's out there.
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Let the chips fall where they may. Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen. There are some things that I've heard.
So embarrassing.
Okay, sweetheart.
Next, I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse.
I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love, new episode Friday 8/7 Central.
Corey said he wanted to be famous.
This was his breakout role.
Corey got a copy of the pilot. I'm just like, this is gonna be huge.
Fame is difficult.
And I remember him specifically saying, I wouldn't wish fame on my worst enemy.
Hey, Corey, straight ahead, sir.
I get a call from his close friend crying. She's like, he's gone.
The Price of Glee, 3-part limited series, Monday, January 16th at 9 on ID.
Carla's mom, Marion, says she believes Ron is 100% guilty of abusing her granddaughter. She says he is not allowed in her home, and no one in the family wants to be around him.
I think the relationship is totally toxic for the grandchildren. Carla does prefer to spend time with Ron instead of her own children. Every night that you leave and go there, she says to you, "What? Mom, do you have to go there? You can sit here and watch TV with me." She's 12. Carla 100% knows that I do not like the relationship. Ron's not making Carla date him. Carla chose to. Victoria's very upset because she doesn't want her mom and Ron dating. Victoria comes in my room at night, Carla.
I try to talk
She
to
comes
her.
in
What
crying.
does she tell you?
She yells at her mother and doesn't want her mother to go.
It seems like you're literally not putting yourself in your kid's shoes. You're only thinking about what Carla wants.
Carla and Ron's relationship has damaged Alyssa. I've not seen Ron since Victoria went to the hospital. It just destroyed our family. I'm afraid that Carla's not going to have a relationship with either one of her girls.
Well, I'll always be there for my kids, no matter what.
If Carla would say, no, I'm not going to date Ron, problem fixed.
Is she being unreasonable to be concerned about this?
I think so.
Well, Alyssa says a family trip to the lake ended with Ron getting drunk and yelling at Victoria recently. Let's take a look.
We took Victoria to the lake over the summer to have a good day. It turned out to be an awful day.
Ron had 2 large alcoholic beverages hidden in the trunk.
He got really mad and using at her and everything, and I've done everything to please you.
He got upset and was trying to tell Victoria, I didn't do this to you, but he used awkward when he was talking to her, and she got upset and come running to me, crying.
He started screaming at Victoria that he didn't touch her, Alyssa's a liar, nothing happened, I didn't touch you, I didn't abuse you.
Trying to show her he didn't do what he supposedly was found guilty for, and he just did it. He just lost his temper.
It was my fault. I actually got a buzz, and I guess I said word a couple times, which was wrong of me. And I admit it, and I haven't drunk around her since, and I won't.
Oh, Victoria didn't want to see Ron after that happened.
This did not help me. I admit it.
It made everything worse. With Alyssa, with Victoria, with Ron, with me, my mother. It was not great.
Marianne, what'd you make of that?
When Victoria came to me about what happened at the lake, any doubt that I may have had that Ron did this to her when she was a baby, just lost every doubt. If he could do that to her at the lake, she's 12 years old. He's trying to prove to her he could be a good dad. And he just did what he says he wouldn't do. He lost his temper and he hurt her.
What was your reaction?
He didn't change.
What was your reaction?
I was upset about it. I haven't really taken her around him much since.
Now you're not bringing her around him, so why is he still in our lives?
He's not in your lives, he's in my life.
You're supposed to do what's best for your kids as a mom.
Which I do.
Which you don't.
We're going to take a break. Alyssa says that if her mother tries to marry Ron, she will stand up and say, yes, I do object. So the question is, will Carla choose Ron over her children? I mean, is it coming down to that kind of a question? We'll be right back. Closed captioning provided by...
If you ever found out that Marcel cheated on you, would you leave him?
I think that was too far.
If you thought part 1 was shocking,
It became a thing, a really big thing. I get ganged up on.
Love and Marriage Huntsville is back
And see if Melody ever held accountability for anything ever.
with more
They're both wrong.
reunion
Don't play with me, girl.
drama.
You call me all the time about other issues, do you not?
Love and Marriage Huntsville, new reunion part 2, Saturday at 8/7 Central. Coming January 21st.
The Samuels are looking to the D word, divorce, separate, something like that.
Did they say divorce or separate? What? We just had a whole show prep with our producer, and no one told me we was gonna bring us up live on the air today.
She says that her and her husband are trying to fix their marriage and denying any divorce rumors.
All marriages go through stuff. Does that mean we're separated or getting divorced? Absolutely not.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes, Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
Hello, welcome to T-Town. Like men over 40 everywhere. These guys experience a drop in testosterone. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. Some guys took my advice about how to boost their testosterone, and some didn't. This guy got the message loud and clear.
That's right, Nugenix Total T.
Nugenix Total T is the unique patented formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to boost free testosterone to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more muscle and drive. Nugenix is #1 doctor recommended, #1 at GNC, and #1 at Walmart. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting GIANT to 321321.
Thanks. It'll make you feel like a new man. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text GIANT to 321321. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
I kneel before no one. I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god.
Would you be interested in having an affair?
You need to be willing to bend the rules. You have no idea what loss is.
I can't believe we're cleaning LeBron's place. LeBron who?
James! How about we throw the party in the king's house?
Hi.
It's a white man. Oh, man, we going to jail, Kim.
Is LeBron home? I was hoping to show him something.
Yo, man, whoa.
Sign my jurors.
He got a hologram of himself.
Your hairline is perfect. Anyone who says otherwise is just jealous.
Nah.
House Party, rated R. Only in theaters January 13th.
He told everybody. Please don't let him have hurt somebody.
What did you do first?
Her mother.
Why?
Because I wanted her here.
Evil Lives Here, all new season, Sunday, January 22nd at 9, followed by Signs of a Psychopath, all new season on ID.
What do you expect your mother to do? What do you think she should do here?
I want Victoria to have supervised visits. I want her father in her life because I know how hard it was to grow up without one. And I want them to quit being in a romantic relationship. If, like my grandmother said, if they want to be together, they will wait until the children are grown. It's not a jealousy problem because we just looked at all of the facts of it. He's not a good guy for her. If she was getting engaged to someone that had like a good job and he was great around kids and, you know, he took us out to the movies and we all had a fun time, no record, I wouldn't have any problem. I'd go with her. I'd have fun with him. We'd have family nights. This is not a family.
Does it matter to you whether he's guilty or not? If in fact,
Yes.
he in a drunken rage injured your baby,
Yes, that would matter to me.
do you accept that those injuries are consistent with assault of some sort?
I don't know. I know that's your professional opinion,
Well-
but I also know how much I've researched, too.
Okay.
That people are put away for child abuse with premature babies all the time because they were, sometimes there's problems with them and they were broken ribs or whatever during birth. And then even after that, like, if they're handled strongly, it can easily happen.
Do you have any explanation for how this baby got lacerations in its mouth?
I think it was from a bottle or a Benke, yeah.
Alcohol was involved at the time if he was just even being rough with the baby, right?
Yeah, probably.
And he's back in her life now.
Not
and
really now.
And he's drinking again and being rough with her emotionally.
He did once.
That was a bad day, right, Ron?
Well, I admit. But what you have to understand is as I was talking to her, I was talking loud to her, and I might have said sentences like, Victoria, you have to believe that I didn't do this. Now, I shouldn't have said that, but to her mother and to her daughter, meaning Alyssa and Marion, that doesn't mean that I beat on kids because I didn't change.
Well, I have no idea what Carla is going to do, but I want to give some advice to Alyssa and a definition to Carla when we come back.
The biggest game happens before kickoff.
Are you ready to tailgate?
Who will fumble? Who will be the beast of the feast? All new NFL Tailgate Takedown, Wednesday night at 9 on Food Network. Set your DVR.
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
Enough can prepare you for that.
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
If I'm taking you with me, there's some rules you gotta follow. Rule 1, we keep our histories to ourselves. Rule 2, you don't tell anyone about your condition. Rule 3, you do what I say when I say it. You clear?
What you say goes.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
It's so embarrassing.
Hey, sweetheart.
Next, I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse.
I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much. Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
People gonna talk in D.C.
Yo,
They're claiming the Samuels are looking to divorce.
Him and his dad are not speaking.
Wait.
Welcome.
We're going to be out on our own little island. It's called peace.
I'm gonna go before I whip your ass.
The sisterhood just went out the window.
I'm back. Then own them.
And again. Love and Marriage DC returns Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
If you ever found out that Marcel cheated on you, would you leave him?
I think that was too far.
If you thought part 1 was shocking,
It became a thing, a really big thing. I get ganged up on.
Love and Marriage Huntsville is back
See if Melody ever held accountability for anything ever.
with more
They're both wrong.
reunion
Don't play with me, girl.
drama.
You call me all the time about other issues, do you not?
Love and Marriage Huntsville, new reunion part 2, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
All these young, untimely deaths.
For your kid, fame can be poisonous.
He shared with me something, I hesitate to even say it.
The Price of Glee, 3-part limited series, Monday, January 16th at 9 on ID.
Let the chips fall where they may.
There's some things that I've heard.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse.
I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love, new episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
When it comes to a child, particularly one that has been the subject of abuse, putting someone around her that might have abused her, I mean, the fact that somebody might have abused her is enough of a criteria for me to say that I'm going to just be really careful. If Robin and I have 2 children, and if there was somebody in our life that might have given them a brain hemorrhage, might have broken their leg, might have broken their ribs, might have lacerated their mouth, might have done that, there's a lot of people in this world that I would pick before I would have the person that might have done that around them. And there's some reason for you to consider that, because you have some legal requirements here, because one of the definitions of child abuse has to do with negligence. And that definition is failing to protect a child in his or her care from inflicted physical, mental, or sexual injury caused by the acts of another. And Ron, my advice to you is this. You're her father. Look, you are convicted of having abused this child, aggravated assault. Your only choice is to avoid even the appearance of impropriety. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm not going to do anything that can even be colored as wrong in this situation. And I'm going to tell you, you are a target, man. You are a target. So you have to avoid anything that can even be spun as being wrong here. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And I am going to get you some professional help in the form of a family counselor that can really help you unravel this and try to build a bridge with your daughter here, and give Victoria some help so she knows how to position all of this. But you need to bend over backwards to give her every opportunity to heal any problems that she has in her heart. And don't sacrifice your relationship with either one of your daughters over this. I mean, there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything that you choose to do. And I'm going to get you some help to navigate that terrain. I hope you continue to advocate for your sister. I hope you let her know that she can call you at any time and talk to you at any time. And if you get in a bind and you need help, I hope you reach out to me anytime, and we will get you the help and the resources that you need. As I did with Carla and Alyssa, I always do my best to help people improve their lives. And coming up, a football legend has a message that could literally save your life. You don't want to miss this. Next. Close closed captioning provided by...
He fooled everybody. Please don't let him have hurt somebody.
What did you do first?
My mother.
Why?
Because I wanted her to hear.
Evil Lives Here, all new season, Sunday, January 22nd at 9, followed by Signs of a Psychopath, all new season on ID.
We need to get over here now. They just shot me.
Why me, huh?
Why not you?
Listen to the thunder.
This is your chance. You keep her alive. Save her. You can save her.
You've come this far, and you know what's out there.
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
I've decided to go to rehab. I'm still here, bitches.
We got a big surprise. Gage is gonna be a big brother.
1,000 Pound Sisters, season premiere, January 17th at 9 on TLC.
I can't believe we're cleaning LeBron's house.
How about we throw a party here?
We done messed up the koala.
You good? What just happened?
House party, rated R.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly. Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
So embarrassing. Okay, sweetheart. Next.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse. I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central. Coming January 21st.
The Samuels are looking to the D word, divorce, separate, something like that.
Did they say divorce or separate? What? We just had a whole show prep with our producer, and no one told me we was gonna bring us up live on the air today.
She says that her and her husband are trying to fix their marriage of denying any divorce rumors.
All marriages go through stuff. Does that mean we're separated or getting divorced? Absolutely not.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
If you ever found out that Marcel cheated on you, would you leave him?
I think that was too far.
If you thought part 1 was shocking,
It became a thing, a really big thing.
I get ganged up on.
Love and Marriage Huntsville is back
As if Melody ever held accountability for anything ever.
with more
They're both wrong.
reunion
Don't play with me, girl.
drama.
You call me all the time about other issues, do you not?
Love and Marriage Huntsville. New reunion part 2. Saturday at 8/7 Central.
Well, today I'm talking about something very important for baby boomers out there, me included, and that's getting vaccines. They are not just for children. Now, joining me to shed some light on why we, slightly older folks, need vaccines is my good friend, the Chief Medical Officer of Pfizer, Dr. Frida Lewis Hall. So welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Frida, Pfizer has a special campaign to educate older adults about getting their vaccines. So tell us about it.
It's called All About Your Boom, and the goal of it is to educate boomers about the importance of vaccines, particularly the vaccine for pneumococcal pneumonia.
Right.
And we think it's really important to help dispel some of the myths that older people may hold about vaccines.
And I understand Pfizer's spokesperson for All About Your Boom is football legend, actor, NFL analyst, and a good friend of mine, Terry Bradshaw. And in case you didn't know, Terry was quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, won 4 Super Bowl titles, and was named Super Bowl MVP twice. He was definitely a force to be reckoned with on the football field, but now he's a force in this vital campaign to keep people over 65 healthy, right?
His schedule is so busy being a TV football analyst, but recently I was able to catch up with him in New York, and we had a chance to chat about All About Your Boom.
Well, let's take a look.
Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, I just cannot believe that it's been 30+ years since you retired from professional football, and you live such an active lifestyle.
I'm not ready to start dying, so I live a very active life, and I enjoy it.
Now, and you're living an active life, but I know that you've had some health challenges.
You have to stay on top of your health. How can I live a healthy, productive life? And one of the ways is regular visits to see my doctor.
How did you end up involved with Pfizer and the All About Your Boom campaign?
The All About Your Boom campaign is to educate adults that are 65 or older about their increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia and the importance of talking to their doctors about all CDC recommended adult vaccinations. And so when Pfizer came along, I said, absolutely, I'm your guy.
And I hear you're doing it in an interesting way.
Well, kind of. Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Bradshaw. I'm here to talk to you about my new thing. You ready for this? I've got this thing called Bradshaw World. It's funny as all get out. I got all the paperwork. Who's in?
He's lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say thank you for helping to deliver this important health message to boomers. They really need to hear it.
We got to make sure we beat it to the punch. There you are, Doc.
This is wonderful.
Thank you.
And it will be cherished.
Dr. Freed, it's clear Terry's as passionate about educating boomers on getting their vaccines as you are, but you talked about pneumococcal pneumonia. So tell us exactly what it is.
Yep. So pneumococcal pneumonia is the most common cause of bacterial pneumonia. It's a potentially serious lung disease that can be passed from one person to another with coughing or close contact. And in serious cases, it can be life-threatening.
So how great is the risk of getting pneumococcal pneumonia?
So, you know, many people don't think that healthy adults are at risk for getting this disease because as we age, our immune system weakens, and this increases our risk for potentially getting serious infections like pneumococcal pneumonia.
Yeah.
And people over the age of 65 are 10 times more likely to be hospitalized with this disease than people who are ages 18 to 49.
So what are the symptoms?
So fever and chills, a cough, difficulty breathing or rapid breathing, and chest pain. Now, these symptoms and physical effects can really impact you for weeks at a time or longer, take you out of your routine, and in serious cases can land you in the hospital. And the thing about pneumococcal pneumonia is it can strike anywhere, anytime, and with little warning.
If we're in flu season, I imagine it's a good time to get these vaccines.
Absolutely. It is a perfect time, at least to have the conversation with your doctor and your pharmacist about staying up to date with the vaccines that the CDC recommends for older adults. And that includes the flu vaccine, because the flu can be a serious and even life-threatening disease, especially for older people. But also to have a chance to talk about vaccines for other potentially serious diseases. And people say, you know, well, why do you all keep talking about it? Well, we keep talking about it because the adult vaccination rate remains low. According to the CDC, less than 19% of adults 65 and older are fully vaccinated for pneumococcal disease.
Seriously?
As of 2016.
Seriously?
No, so this is an important issue. And so if you are 65 or over, or care about someone who is 65 or older, check out the campaign on All About Your Boom to start a vaccination conversation with your doctor or with your pharmacist and really get this moving. And while you're there, you could actually see Terry's entire video on Bradshaw's World, which I have to agree with him is really funny, but it's also really informative.
So you can go to allaboutyourboom.com, right?
Yes.
And of course, for any health-related issues or issues and questions, you got to also check out gethealthystayhealthy.com.
And of course, while you're there, you can sign up for our monthly newsletter so the information can come to you.
Yeah. All right, I want to thank all of my guests today, especially Terry Bradshaw and Dr. Frida Lewis Hall. If you have a story of life situation that you need my help, I'd love to hear from you. Just email me at drphil.com and just tell me all about it. Or if you'd like to be a part of our studio audience, the tickets are free. Just go to my website and click on Get Tickets, or you can call 323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.